Hey there. So you have reached Level Up on with Janet E. Dot exclamation point on YouTube. We are back with another session of Level Up. And today, as I spoke about last week, we're going to talk about getting in the right position for your purpose. So I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks on how to get in the right position for your purpose and stay there. This is going to be an ongoing series, just like the last one. So be ready to learn and to move. All right, see you soon. Bye. Hey, so you're back at Level Up with Janet E. Today we are talking about building a firm foundation for your purpose. And how do we do that? How do we build a firm foundation for your purpose and make sure that you are on the right track? So today, because this is going to be part of a series, today I am going to go through some steps on how you even look to see if something is your purpose and what are the starting steps to go into once you um, know that something is your purpose, and then be able to start building that foundation right. And as we're doing that, also I'm going to be doing some foundation exercises for ballet, which is plies, and that is usually the starting poses or starting stretches anytime you're in a ballet class. So when you start out in ballet, the first thing that they're going to tell you to do or teach you to do is do plies in first, second. Usually they bypass third position, but first, second, fourth, and fifth position. And then from there, you kind of build up and do other things. So we're going to do plies, and then we're going to do tendus, which is basically just kind of reaching out and stretching your whole leg in ballet. So we're going to start there. The first thing I do want to show you though, and as we go through those different moves, we're going to talk about the different positions for on foundation, building your foundation. So I'm going to step off the camera for a little bit, step out of screen, make sure you subscribe, like, get notifications, all that good stuff. All right, so first thing I want to show you is that when you are dancing ballet or any dance whatsoever, there's going to be shoes that you're going to wear. There are some dances that you don't have to wear shoes, like contemporary, modern, lyrical, liturgical, which is praise dance. A lot of times you may or may not be wearing shoes, and you may be going barefoot. But for ballet, you definitely want to wear shoes because you're doing turns, you're, pointing your foot. So you're doing all these things that's going to accentuate the foot and the point of the foot. So with that, you're going to have your feet covered, especially if you're on point. Obviously, you're going to be wearing point shoes. But if you don't have or don't want to buy ballet shoes, so these are my ballet shoes, and you see they're pretty used. I've been doing ballet for a minute, but these are my black ballet shoes. They have it in different colors. This is my beige or pink ballet shoes, and these are in leather. And you have single strap ones. You also have the one that I have on, which is canvas, and this is in ballet pink, and this is a cross. You see it's crisscross feature in the front, so that adds a little bit more stability for me. I like that. Some don't have any straps at all, so it depends on what you want to get into. If you don't want to deal with any type of ballet shoes at all, you can get this, which is basically, these are like the slip-ons shoes, the ones that you wear under flats. So you can certainly do these as well. This is something that you can buy at a dollar store. So and it acts as a buffer or cover for your foot. So we can kind of start here. This is the best way to start, is to have something that's a little bit waist height, around waist height. So this is a little short for me, but you can probably pick up something a little bit waist height for you, maybe a kitchen chair, a dining room chair. That would probably make sense so that you can hold it and maintain your stability. So we're going to start on the right hand side. Now before I do that, when we start with this is the first position, which is just standing with one foot, basically the back of the feet touching each other, and the toes are sticking out in the opposite direction. So this is first position, and that's how we're going to start our plies. So the first thing you want to do in terms of setting your foundation for your purpose before we start the first position is to know what your purpose is, or not even know, but find out what your passion is. So a lot of times we can get into things that may not be our passion, or may not really reflect who we are. But ultimately, if we want to be successful at something and also be have longevity with something, we want to focus on something that we're passionate about, something that's going to hold us, that's going to hold our energy, hold our attention, and we won't get easily distracted into other things. So for me, that is dance. You know, I love dance, and I think since I've been younger, I was always interested in how the body moves and people looking graceful, and I really didn't know it was dance. So sometimes you will find a passion by happenstance. You know, it's something where you didn't know that it was something that you were interested in, and it kind of falls in your lap. So I really didn't get into dance. I'm 45 now, but I really didn't get into dance until I was around 30, 35, like 34, 35. So probably about 10 years ago. So just know, if you haven't figured out what your passion yet is, just look around and see, what are you interested in? What do you like doing? What captures your, imagination and that you want to pour more energy into than other things. So it may be, let's take out shopping, but it may be something like, tennis, or it may be something like golfing, or it really doesn't have to be a sport. It may be a hobby that you like to do. Maybe it's exercise. Maybe it's animals and loving on cats or dogs or other types of animals and taking care of them. Maybe it's working with children. So there's different things that you might be drawn to, and God is drawing you to them because that's your purpose and that's your passion, and that's what obviously you're supposed to be doing in life and working with in life. So don't let that pass you by. You want to make sure that you do see that and take note of that. All right, so first position here, remember the feet are together, and then we're just going to drop slowly for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's full grand plie. Bring it up, and we'll do that twice. 2, and the arm just goes to the side and bring it back up, and then we're just going to drop it half, which means the feet stay on the ground, and you just do the knees out as far as you can while keeping the feet on the ground. Now usually you do the grand plies last, and you do the half plies, which is what I just did first. So we'll do that from position 2 on. So, but let's do that one more time. So remember, the arm just comes out as you're going down. So it's a 4 count. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Do it again. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Remember, keeping the feet down on that first position, half plie. On the grand plie, which is all the way down, then you want to lift up your feet. Bring it down all the way, and bring it up. Not the sturdiest chair, but bring it down all the way. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So you want to keep the same count for the grand plie as you do for the half plie, just to keep the timing right. Okay, so from first position, we're just going to move the feet, and I'll just move this out a little bit. To second position. And second position is just stepping out. So you just bring your foot out, point it, and just bring it down. So it's like a regular, if you're kind of standing, but your feet are pointed out to the side. So for number 2, for what you want to do in terms of building your foundation as we go into second position, you want to make sure that you are researching. Let's say you found your passion, you found what you're interested in. So now you're going to start researching and figuring out, okay, what does it take to be excellent at this? What does it take to be successful? So I might, be picking up some books on the subject. I might be taking some classes, some tutorials. It might be looking at some YouTube posts. It might be a couple different things that you want to do to research and just make sure that you are learning about that particular topic or that particular passion. So for me, it was okay, let me start going to classes. Let me start learning about the technique and about behind these different dance moves so that I'm not just doing it, just to do it. God wants you to do everything with excellence. So with that, I had to learn about the particular techniques of different dances. So know that as you do your research, he's going to give you that knowledge and that understanding. Okay, so let's do second position. It is humid out here, just so you know, near 100 degrees. So remember to breathe and get ready for second position. Arms down. And second position is actually just like first. We're going to do 2 half plies down, and then we're going to do grand plie, and just watch me for that, because you're not going to go all the way down with that. So we're going to start half plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And grand plie is just bring it all the way down as far as you can. Keep your feet on the ground. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to do it again. That whole set there. Remember to keep the feet not too far away from each other, but just far enough that it's going to give you a little bit of space between the two. Here we go, half plie, 2 of them, and then 2 grand plies. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half plie. 1, 2. So you're not going down all the way, maybe halfway. 4. Then grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring down a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So with the grand plies, especially on second position, it is you have the propensity sometimes to roll the feet. So as you're coming down, and I got to work on this too, you kind of roll forward as opposed to keeping those knees out. So you want to make sure you still keep the knees out and keep your body lifted up as you're sinking into that second position or grand plie position. Okay, so that was second position. So probably starting to feel it a little bit now. And you're like, so please, are good stretches in terms of ballet, but just to get your body conditioned and ready for, jumps, leaps, turns, all that good stuff as well. All right, so the next thing that we want to talk about in terms of building a foundation is, I think I touched on this a little bit when I said research, but also we want to learn. We want to pick up new things and be able to move that forward into our passion or our purpose. So as we're building our foundation, we're continuing to learn throughout the process. And learning is a journey. It's not going to stop. For me, I've been in dance for 10 years and I'm still learning a lot of new things, even with ballet, even with everything. So you're still going to continue to learn no matter what. So have an open mind that learning is a forever journey. You're not going to stop learning about your passion. You shouldn't want to. You should want to keep on picking up and learning new things, because that's going to keep it fresh. Keep everything fresh. So let's go into the fourth move. So remember, we usually skip third. So third position is usually this, which is kind of like the back of the foot is like against the ankle, but people don't really do that. So you go from, this is first, step out, second, this is this is fourth, excuse me. So fourth just goes right, stepping forward. And so if you look, let me just step back a little bit so you can see. It's kind of like the same width that you did on the side here, except that you just bring the foot in front. So now this one foot, the right foot, is in front of the left foot. So this is fourth position. You want to make sure that your body is straight, looking towards the front, even though you're kind of like a little topsy-turvy on the bottom. So it takes some getting used to this particular position, fourth position. Okay, so let's breathe. So we always have to breathe as we're stretching. And we're gonna bring it down into half, and then we're gonna bring it into whole plies or grand plies. Now grand plies are a little bit more difficult with fourth position, so just watch me first, or you can do it, but it's similar to the first position plie, where you bring it all the way down, your feet kind of release off the floor a little bit, and then you bring it all the way up. So just take your time with it, but still in 4 counts. So here we go, half plies, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, grand plie, 1, 2, 3, 4, again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to make sure on the grand plie, as you're going down, this one knee is out here and this one knee is out there. And then just bring it all the way down. As we're coming up, make sure the feet go back to the floor as quickly as you can, as soon as it can. And keep the feet on the floor as long as you can as you're bringing it down too. And you tend to lean a little bit in as you're doing it, so just kind of lean back a little bit into that so you don't lean forward. Okay, so let's do it one more time. You ready? Just making sure the foot position is right. Breathe. Place the arms. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. This is half plie. 3, 4. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready for grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can always lengthen the amount of time that you want to do a grand plie or half plie. You can do an 8 count if you want to do that instead of a 4 count. It's going to hold the pose a little bit longer, so it's going to be more of a strength pose more than a stretch pose. So I like to use it more of a stretch pose, but you can obviously hold it a little bit more. My cats are looking at me through the door. Okay, so I think, just want to make sure that I am good on time here. So we're going to 5th position. So let's go with the positions once again. We are first position here. Step out. 2nd position. Bring it forward. 4th position. Then, and should get out a little bit more here. Then point the foot and bring it back to 5th position. So basically the feet are like this, together. Front and back. Okay. So let's do it one more time. This is 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th. Okay? So in 5th position, this is the last one thing I'm going to talk about in terms of building a foundation, or for your purpose, to begin going into your purpose, is making sure that you infuse God. Use His guidance for everything that you're doing. That's from beginning to end. So no matter what you're doing, you need to infuse God in the recipe. Make Him the main ingredient. So whatever you're doing, in terms of even figuring out your purpose or your passion, number 1, researching, number 2, learning new skills, and picking up things, number 3, or this one, everything has to revolve around Him, because at the end of the day, He's the one that brought you to this place where you can use your purpose to influence the world. So never leave him out of anything. Make sure he's a part of everything, and a big part of everything, because that's what he needs to be. So infuse God in everything that you're doing. So we're at fifth position. Okay, so fifth position, half plie and grand plies. It's the same as fourth position, but because your legs are together, it might be a little bit more difficult, but make sure that you're using the chair. Don't necessarily use it as a crutch. You may use it at first as a crutch, but once you get comfortable with going kind of up and down with the plies, you're not going to use it as much as a crutch. Okay, so half plie, 3 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. This is grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So similar to the fourth position, you want to make sure your knees are out to the side and that you're extending the feet up as you're going down, and then placing the feet as soon as you can back down as you're coming up. Let's do it one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are half plies. Again. 1, 2, 3. Go right into the grand plie. 1, 2, 3. Keep your count. Go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so end there. Place the hands. You are all done with all positions. And then you want to do that on the other side. So you just want to turn this around and then do first, second, fourth, fifth on this side to complete all the stretches. Okay, so we didn't get a chance to do tendus today. Plies took a pretty long time. So, but we're going to do tendus next time. I love you. Continue to level up and build your foundation. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was educational. And I hope you got a little stretch and burn with this one. Till next time, level up. Bye.